Hey, this is Carrie Rhinehart with 5-Minute Math. In this video, I'm going to be looking at graphing square root functions. If you're following along in the book, it's from Algebra 1, Unit 5, Lesson 8. Okay, so a square root function, the parent function is f of x equals square root of x. And it looks like this. So a square root function kind of looks like an array, but it's curved. So you've got an end point on one side, and then it goes on forever in the other direction. Okay. When you're solving or graphing these, there's two ways that you could go about it. You could either do the transformations or you can use a table. Okay. If you're going to do the transformations, then you need to know the parent function, which I have graphed here. And then you also need to know how to look at transformations. Did it move left? Did it move right? Did it go up or down? Was it a stretch or a shrink? Okay. Now, if you're going to do the table method, which is what most students are going to do, the first thing you need to do is find the starting value. Okay. And to find the starting value, you set whatever's under the radical equal to 0. So let's do an example of, let's say we have f of x equals 2 square root of x minus 1. Okay. What we're going to do is set x minus 1 equal to 0, and then solve for x by adding 1 to both sides. So we get x equals 1. This is the starting point for your table. And then you need to figure out, is it opening left or is it opening to the right? Okay. For the most part, all that you're going to be seeing, they're going to be opening to the right. Okay. It might be flipped over the x-axis, but in general, these are going to be opening to the right. So we're going to assume, in this case, it's opening to the right. So we take the starting value and then choose values above that. So we've got 1, I'll do 2, maybe 4, and then 6, so that it'll fit on this graph. And then we're just going to plug that in. And again, if you're using a multi-view calculator, you can go to table and type this in and get those values. But let's plug in 1 for x. Okay, so we've got 2, we're finding f of 1. 2 times 1 minus 1. Well, 1 minus 1 is 0, and the square root of 0 is 0. So f of 1 equals 2 times 0, or 0. That's our first order pair. Then we need to find f of 2. So I've got 2 times 2 minus 1. So f of 2 equals 2 times the square root of 1. Well, the square root of 1 is just 1, so we get 2 times 1, which is 2. Now, if we plugged in 4, we get 2 times the square root of 4 minus 1, so 2 root 3. And you'll need to type this into your calculator and just get in a decimal, okay, and graph it as close as you can. So this is approximately 3.5. And then we need to do f of 6. Okay, so we get 2 times 6 minus 1, so that's 2 root 5. And again, let's get a decimal here. 2 square root of 5 is approximately 4.5. Okay. So then we're going to graph these points. I've got 1, 0. I've got 2, 2. I've got 4, 3.5, which is about right here. And I've got 6, 4.5, which is about right here. Okay. And then you just graph it, make sure you put your arrow on that end, and then you're done.